to Dude RV. I appreciate you stopping by. And of course, you got here just in time. That's right, just in time for another campground experiential video. I sure appreciate you coming back. Been a while, I know. I've been building a house, and that took up a lot of resources. So it is middle of August, and it's not very hot. It's like mid-90s. How weird is this? We are at Hords Creek Lake, Coleman County, Texas. We are kind of in the center of the state. That way, there's the lake. We were here about 2 years ago, year and a half. It was a while. We were here, and the lake was so desperately low. Here, let me go grab a piece of footage from that visit. I don't know how deep the water is right now, but there's signs all over the place that say, due to low water levels, the whole lake is a wake-free zone. Somebody put a solar street light. That was put up by somebody that comes out here to fish a lot. That's the swim area. We'll go check that out next. All right, now we're here at that swim area, and the water was like, the lake was so low. I think it was like at 15% or something when we were here last. It's still low. It's at 70, 68, 69%. The water should actually be much higher on the beach there. You can see where the end of the swim buoy is. All right, let's go see the campsite. I got a really good campsite on this visit. We're here for Buzzard Days. If you don't know what Buzzard, that's D-A-Z-E, not D-A-Y-S, D-A-Z-E, days. I do 2 events, 2 YouTube gatherings a year. I personally host the Dude RV group. We do several a year. But Buzzard Days happens end of August, when it's the hottest time of the year. I give away all the Amazon, most of the Amazon stuff that I do videos on, the Fridays finds, yeah, I give that away. Since we're here, so Hords Creek Lake, U.S. Army Corps of Engineer, and there's 3 big campgrounds, but it's all connected. There's 1 gate to get in. I've been to a lot of U.S. Army Corps of Engineer campgrounds. This is one of my favorites, but it's a long drive to get here. So it's a little over 5 hours of driving from East Texas. I've been very impressed with the fact that it looks like all of the grills are now out here, the ones here anyway, are either galvanized or stainless. And I think that's stainless. We need to see a boat ramp for my boat ramp fans. They're afraid that thing's gonna run off. They got a big old chain on it. They've rebuilt this since I was here last year. I think, pretty sure. This is newly renovated. All right, so it's about time for lunch. I'm gonna head back to the camp. We'll do a campsite tour, and we'll get Sable, and we'll go see some stuff. All right, I got the rig on. But before we get on Sable and go for a ride, I need to show you site number 67. I like site number 67. I think it was actually intended to be a handicap site, because we have a very large, relatively new canopy over a very large cement pad. And of course I got all the Friday's Fine stuff piled up here. Believe it or not, there's rain in the forecast. It's like, really? I'm in West Texas. It never rains in August. But anyway, we've got 40% chance of rain tomorrow. So I had to move all the boxes over here and get them in the way. But this is a wheelchair accessible table. Asphalt pad. Make sure you're rolling with some Amdro, because the fire ants, they were eating my feet last night. Right here. This is a pull-through site, as you can see. But what makes it really unique is that this isn't a site. This is actually the loop, the camping loop road. So we have distance between us and the neighbor. And I chose this because of this big site, this big tree. This is covered, it's got shade about noon. So we'll be gathering and giving away all the stuff right here and eating. We have a big old potluck. Two more live oak trees on the backside. It is a full connection, full service. We have sewer, water, 30, 50, 20, all the power you need. And we're at the beginning of the loop. It's not a water access site, but I needed a big space and a big shade tree for my peoples. I didn't want y'all standing in the sun while we're giving away all this stuff. Okay, so this is the site. Let's go see some more stuff. The closest boat ramp to my campsite is closed. It's a steep one. I think it's a kayak launch, but I don't know. It's blocked off, so you can't get to it anyway. We need to do a shower check. The facilities are a bit dated. Not. They're clean, but they're dated. No, I thought this was really interesting. This was not here last year that I'm aware of. But you gotta literally, if you want to take a long shower, hold your finger on it. Okay. Not too much in the way of handicap accessible either. Let's go see some more stuff. This is the one of many swim areas. We opened looking at the one down by the dam. Well, this one is the closest one to our campsite, and you can actually walk into the water without the fear of tripping over boulders. Yeah. A place for parents to sit and watch while the kids are doing all the swimming. We're gonna go see something that makes this a unique place. Something that makes Hords Creek Lake a really unique property is the number of group sites or group pavilions, group halls. This one has RV service. I'm sorry. I'm running from a yellow jacket. I'm not sure. Oh, open that to show you that those are 50. It's like 3 50-amp breakers. But there's a big yellow jacket nest in there. And now I don't know if I can get the sable. I got to rescue sable. Okay, now I got the battery swapped. I rescued sable. I'm under the cover. It's actually quite pleasant here with the breeze that blows through here. We're sitting up on the hill. It's gonna be hard for you to tell, but there's a great view from here. There are, I think there's 13 group setups. This is the largest, and this is actually probably the largest that I have seen that's both air conditioned and covered. All right. Let's go see another boat ramp for my boat ramp fans. Been closed a while. You can see the lake was quite a bit higher. This one is in pretty rough shape. Yesterday, I was cruising around on the Valkyrie, my electric bike, and on this side over here, in this tree line, there was a large herd of deer. So we're going to go over there on Sable, but we got to go all the way around this cove to get over to that point. So let's go see that. It's actually a different campground, but there's only one access for the 3 campgrounds. All right, I'll meet you over there. Nobody here. They must have heard me say we were coming. No, okay. Right there. 2 little babies. Well, I guess they're not babies. One's a baby, one's a mama. They have screen shelters. And they are locked. All right. We know what a screen shelter looks like. Well, at least if you've been following the channel, because I've done screen shelter camping. I found a handicap friendly shower. Got the same kind of funky push button that you gotta hold. But the restroom facility itself is in need of some TLC. Just saying. So the campsites in this camping area, this is seasonal. They no longer allow you to camp over here for the winter. Why, I don't know. But most of these are going to be better suited to smaller RVs. All the sites seem to be very level, or at least easy, close enough that it'll be easy to get level. All right, let's see this deer right here. Oh, there goes another deer. This park's just full of them. I think I see more whitetail deer at this place than any other that I've been to. If the grandkids are traveling with you, they'll be excited. Look at that. That is awesome. And it's got that rubber floor so you can fall and not get hurt. And best of all, it's in the shade. All right. Let's go see something else. Site number 15. It looks like the screening is really good on this one. Handicap site, big enough to put Trudy in, 50 amp service, looks very level. I think next time I come back here, we're gonna do that. All right, moving right along. I really like Hords Creek Lake. Good morning from Hords Creek Lake. We have traveled up. So it's about 4 miles, I guess, 3.5 from campsite to here. This is where Hords Creek actually comes into the lake. And according to one of the campground volunteers, park volunteers, this is the preferred launch place for kayakers. Looks like a lot of bank fishing goes on down here. So we're going to put the Pelican in the water and go see what we can see. I don't even know if I want to fish this morning. Seems like a whole lot of work. .406. Look at this big, huge, deep site. Of course, you got to share some of the drive with the neighbor. That's not a bad site either. It's got a screen shelter. But this one, shade canopy, 50 amp and water. And look at this, a balcony. A big old place, big old cooker right there. Cook up some hot dogs, bacon and eggs, baby. And just look at that view. Awesome. All right. See what else we can find. We have a fish. I don't think it's very large though. Crap! That's what I was hoping to catch. He's not keeper. He's not a keeper though. All right, we need the lip grabbers. Stop spinning. Not a slab crappie, but it is a crappie nonetheless. Yes, I think this is a slab. Nice. The deer herd. There are more whitetail deer here at Hords Creek Lake than I have seen at any other public campground. I got customers. Let's see if we can sneak around the coach and see my customers. I'm gonna let them eat. That's really cool. We've reached the end of the Hords Creek video, and I don't have a closeout for it. Thought I shot one, but apparently I didn't. And I chose not to shoot any footage for buzzard days just because I was on vacation. I was desperately in need of a vacation. It was a good gathering though, so if y'all didn't show up to buzzard days, you missed out. The weather couldn't have been better for August. The lake had water in it. We were catching fish. We were just having a really good time. Got to meet some new friends. Some new duders joined us. It was really good. The reservation window for Lake Whitney is now open. So if you're gonna join us for Dillo Days at Lake Whitney, it'll be the very last weekend in February, or the very last weekend in January. Since February 2nd falls on a Tuesday, we're gonna do it the weekend before. That I produce don't do these campsites justice. If you've not been to Hords Creek Lake and you really like camping, you like the RV lifestyle, then Hords Creek Lake, really, that's a must-see. There's just so many deer. That's just amazing. It was a good fit. It was a good venue for our event. If you've not already, I would be if you're still with me at this point, thank you. I know your time is valuable. I appreciate you spending time watching my videos. And I had several people tell me this weekend how much of an impact these campground videos have made in their travels. And that just, it touches my heart that I've created something that y'all enjoy and a resource to help you make good choices. And with that, I'm done. If you're still with me at this point, thank you so much. I would be most honored if you would consider clicking on the subscribe button. That really, the reason all of us creators ask that is it really helps. It really helps a small channel if you click on the subscribe button. Like and share, hit that bell as well. For those of you who have been following along, thank you. I'm honored to be your campground guide. And for my patrons, your generosity truly, truly helps. Thank you. You guys rock. All right, y'all come back now, you hear?